19th Amendment ratified by a single vote on August 18, 1920. After a tense showdown in the Tennessee House of Representatives, the state approved the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, securing women the right to vote. The outcome hinged on one unexpected decision. A 24-year-old legislator switched sides, reportedly after receiving a note from his mother. The women's suffrage movement had been building since the mid-1800s, when many activists, inspired by their involvement in the abolitionist and temperance causes, began demanding political equality. In July 1848, nearly 200 reformers led by Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Lucretia Mott gathered in Seneca Falls, New York, for the nation's first women's rights convention. Alongside calls for access to education and employment, they adopted a bold resolution insisting that women had a duty to secure the right to vote. Though ridiculed at the time and abandoned by some supporters, the declaration marked the birth of the suffrage movement in America. At the turn of the 20th century, Susan B. Anthony's successor, Carrie Chapman Catt, steered the National American Woman Suffrage Association (NAWSA) toward pursuing a constitutional amendment. During World War I, NAWSA emphasized women's contributions to the war effort, while Alice Paul and Lucy Burns' National Women's Party pressured President Woodrow Wilson directly with high-profile protests outside the White House. Under increasing pressure, Wilson convened a special session of Congress in May 1919 and personally endorsed women's suffrage. After rejecting the measure 6 times, Congress finally passed the amendment and sent it to the states for ratification. By early 1920, approval from just one more state was needed. The battle shifted to Tennessee, where suffragists and their opponents flooded Nashville. The state Senate voted in favor, but the House twice deadlocked at 48-48. Among the opponents was Harry T. Byrne, the youngest member of the legislature, who had initially planned to support suffrage but was swayed by political pressure and appeals from his district. On the day of a third vote, Byrne received a letter from his mother, Fairbanksminder Byrne, urging him to vote for suffrage and don't keep them in doubt. Don't forget to be a good boy. He changed his vote, breaking the tie. With Tennessee's ratification, the 19th Amendment crossed the finish line, and on August 26th, Secretary of State Bainbridge Colby formally certified it as part of the Constitution. Still, many women, particularly women of color, remain barred from voting due to poll taxes, discriminatory laws, and other barriers. True voting equality would not be achieved until the civil rights victories of the mid-20th century.